Hello everyone, my name's Jeff and welcome to Jeff's Vibes. I'm just a 55-year-old guy doing life and I got something on my mind today, so I thought it'd be a good time to talk about it. Maybe I can get through this, but you prepare for things in life. You prepare for your finances for when you get older. And I had a really good weekend this weekend in my eBay sales, and I was real excited about that. And that kind of put some padding between life and your finances and different things, gives you a little bit of security, a good feeling. And I think preparing for life has so many different angles and aspects about it. Probably one of the hardest things to prepare for in your life is the mental things that you have to face and the challenges with people that you love, watching them grow older. And as you grow older, you spend more time visiting hospitals, you spend more time visiting funeral homes, and that's just a reality of life. And there's no amount of preparation that I think a person can make mentally to be ready for that in no way, no how. Those are things that that are coming in life. It's things we really don't like to talk about. It's things we don't like to think about. But it's just a part of life. It's the way life is, and it's just the way it rolls. And, I talk a whole lot on here about, the time that you have and how important different things are in this life now. Things that I took for granted for many years in my life, the loved ones, and trying to make that extra dollar or whatever it may be. But I made a video a couple weeks ago about, today, how quickly things can change. And my dad is 76 years old, and my dad's always been a strong person. Up to a couple years ago, the man could work circles around me. I mean, when you gave the man a hug, you could feel every muscle on his back. He was just an old construction worker, done concrete work for many years. And the last couple of years, especially in the last year, watched some changing in him and not able to do things, that he used to do. It has bothered him, it has aggravated him, it's frustrated him. And yesterday, he had to go to the emergency room and get some fluids because his sodium levels were low, and they have found maybe something going on. Maybe have had a possible mini stroke at some point or another. And I'm going on about all this, I guess, is to say that, there's really no way to prepare for those kind of things. I have thought about those things many times in my life when I reached that point with my aging parents, what I was going to do, how I was going to handle that. I'm an only child, so everything really falls upon me to, make some decisions and take care of those things. My mother's 75 years old, and I may have said this before, but she gets in her car every day and she drives about a 45-minute commute to work, and she stands behind a chair all day long and fixes hair. And she's been doing that for about 57 years now. And I got some very strong-willed, parents. But it makes me think about, life and living in those moments. And I think about retirement a whole lot because I want to have some value in my life of when I still have the physical ability to do things, because I can tell at 55 years old the aches and pains are a whole lot more than what they used to be. It's amazing to me how I can work for 3 or 4 hours, be moving at a pretty good pace, and then I sit down for 15 minutes and I get up and I stumble and my knees hurt, my elbows hurt, and I'm like, how in the world can a person be moving that much for that period of time, and then all of a sudden you're just having to stumble and get yourself going again? It's just crazy how things work. and you try to eat right, you try to drink plenty of fluids, you try to get enough sleep, you try to get enough rest, you try to stay ahead of these things and take care of yourself. But you may give yourself some time in those things by taking care of yourself, for sure, but still, time's going to eventually catch up with you in those things, and the aches and the pains and the ability and the longevity. Or what am I? Longevity. Oh, my word. I have to sit down a little bit more than I used to when I work or do things. I have to take a little bit longer breaks, more frequent breaks. It's coming. It's just part of life. And just trying to mentally prepare yourself for that is just not an easy thing to do. And I think, the things I do, having this YouTube channel and eBay and different things I do in my life is, I'm trying to come up with a plan and give myself something to always have something to do for as long as I possibly can to keep myself busy, because that is really important, is to keep yourself going, to find that escape, to have that hobby, to have that thing to do, because the mind will play games on you more than anything. And when you start feeling certain ways in your body, I don't know if you're like I am, but I pull out the old phone and go to old Dr. Google and start looking things up. The next thing you know, you think you got one foot in the grave, and you all these different things, and you're trying all these different remedies and different things to try to stay ahead of what you're feeling and what you're doing. But the best medicine that I have found in my life for my personal self is to try to stay out of the mind. Try not to overthink things. Accept the challenges that come. Now, if you feel like certain things are not right about you, you need to go see a physician. Go for those yearly checkups and have that blood work done. Take care of yourself as much as you possibly can, but also take care of yourself mentally. Give yourself something to do besides sit around and worry about the future, worry about what is coming. Prepare yourself the best that you possibly can for that. There's no true preparation, because the emotions and the feelings and different things are just there. They just are. And you just have to learn to accept those challenges and take them as they come, roll the punches. A lot of us, by the time we reach in our 50s and older, we have been through a lot in our life, and we've become pretty tough. We've become pretty resilient. And sometimes, in many ways, we've become numb as well. But that just comes along with it, with the territory. But I would say just take the time to appreciate life each and every moment, each and every day. My youngest daughter last night, she said, "Daddy, you want to play a couple of games?" She's 14 years old. She's fixing to be 15 on me. And we played, a couple board games, played some Uno last night. And that was a lot of fun, because my oldest daughter, the many times that she wanted to do things like that, and I was too tired, I was too strung out of my mind, I was somewhere else in my mind instead of being at home with my family, and I didn't take those opportunities as often as I should. Well, she's got her own life now and doing her own thing, and I would love to sit down and play a board game with her. So yeah, you gotta live in those moments and enjoy where you are. Enjoy the journey. When it's good, it's good. When it's hard, but it's the part of the journey. So yeah, if you got anything out of this, hope maybe you found some encouragement. I don't know how encouraging it was, but maybe get you to thinking in a different way that, life is what it is. And without Christ, I am nothing. I don't know how people make it without him. I sure can't. So if you like this kind of content, hey, I appreciate if you'd like to share, subscribe, help grow this channel. I'll try to remember to put a link in the description below where you can help support this channel. Buy me a coffee. That would be great and wonderful. I'd help pay for them new tires I just put on my truck. It cost me $912. Last Friday, and maybe fill that sucker up with gas. So y'all have a great, wonderful day. Go out there and do something kind for somebody today, because I guarantee you it will bless them and it will bless you.